Okay, this first tutorial is on creating a basic extrude in Pro Engineer. So you need to get the worksheet open first, and you're going to go to Carroll Middle School webpage and Academics and go to Technology Education, Mr. Sprunger. We're going to go to 8th grade Technology, Creo Assignments, and click on the Extrude handout. And so basically what we're doing is we're taking a two-dimensional drawing and we're pulling it to be three-dimensional. And so each one of these is pretty basic, and you'll start drawing these. So we'll start with just a basic square, 200 by 200 units. So we'll go ahead and open up our software, which is Creo Parametric 2.0. First thing you always do is set your working directory. So we need to click on the computer, and your working directory needs to be under your name, which is the H drive. So if you open up your H drive, you can create yourself like a Creo folder, and then I'm just going to create it inside of an Extrude folder. So right here at the Extrude folder, it went too far there. Right click Extrude, the folder that you're going to save to, and always set working directory, and everything I do today will be saved right there. So now we're going to start a new file, part, you're going to name it what it is, which is going to be square. And then you can name it for the period if you want to, but I'm just going to put it a test. So it'll be a square test. Hit OK, and you're going to see this three-dimensional workspace. It's just showing you your front plane, your right plane, and your top plane. There's a lot of information on the screen. Don't get confused by it. We'll just get to it slowly. So we're going to go ahead and create a basic extrude. So there's an extrude button at the top, and I'm going to click that. And I'm going to draw on my front plane. If I don't know any different, I'm going to click front. I'll go ahead and maximize my window. And then after I select the plane I want to draw on, I'm going to hit Sketch View. This is going to reorient how I look at the drawing so that I'm looking at the plane that I selected. This button will save you from a lot of problems, so don't forget to click it. And now we're going to go ahead and just draw the basic shape of what we're going to make, and I'm just going to make a square. As you pull the shape open, constraints try to lock in vertical, horizontal. Here you've got a small little L popping up, which is meaning the height is equal to the width proportion. So if that's true the rest of the time for the drawing, then you want to go ahead and click right now. And it is 200 by 200, so we'll go ahead and click, and it'll be easier to dimension that. If you middle click, then it'll kind of accept your drawing the way it is, and you've got this two-dimensional drawing, and we can go ahead and find this weak dimension in here, 124.86. So we'll double click that and type in on our 10 keypad 200, and now the height's 200 too because it's L1 L1. These constraints are locked. Width is equal to height. If I hadn't locked it in, then I would have another dimension here where I could change this to 200 as well. So we'll go ahead and accept this drawing with the green check mark at the top, and it makes it three-dimensional. And I'm orbiting right now, which is middle click, so you middle click and hold, and then you're going to make this depth whatever you want it to be. I don't care what the depth is as long as your square itself is 200 by 200. Once you've got this, go ahead and green check mark. You're accepting the three-dimensional depth the way you set it, and you're done. So that's one really easy drawing for you to do. So then don't forget to save your drawing. So we go File, Save. And notice where it's going to save. It's going to save to your H drive, Creo, Extrudes folder that you created. It's going to save as what you named it originally, square_test, or whatever you want to call it is fine. You cannot change the name right here. We don't need to fill in anything under the Save To box and then hit OK. Now I can check that I saved it by just going File, Open, and then what we'll do is we'll look into that location that I had saved it originally, which is the computer, H drive, Creo, Extrudes, and then we're looking for square test, and you can see square test is right there. So it does save it, and I'm looking for this file to be a PRT file, which is part. I don't want it to be an SEC file, which means I saved it two-dimensionally. That'll be really tricky to work with for you, so make sure you're saving parts. And that's the end of this tutorial on a basic extrude.